Here we have a review of the SH Figuarts Megumi Fushiguro from Jujutsu Kaisen. So taking a look at the packaging, we do have a nice view of the figure through the viewport, as well as some promo art on the front of the box. We do have a continuation of that promo art on the side of the box. Some additional promo shots here on the back, as well as a shot of the Sukuna face that does come with this figure. Some legal at the bottom, a couple more close-up shots on the side, another on the bottom, and one more on the top.
So right off the bat, I will say I am a bit disappointed with the accessories that we got. We do have several different hands here, including 3 different hand signs for summoning the Shikigami, but we didn't receive any Shikigami in the package. So we can do the motions, but ultimately he can't summon anything. So it's a bit unfortunate and underwhelming, considering that's one of the big draws of his character. Also, we do have one alternate face here, but I would have liked to get more alternate faces. Granted, Megumi is not very expressive, so we have the more serious flat face that we got on the figure, and then the yelling face, but it still would have been great to get some other faces included. One highlight that I will say is that we have this additional Sukuna faceplate. So if you have Yuji, you have the first Sukuna face, and then this is the Sukuna face that comes with Megumi. So the facial expression is a bit different with the eyes looking up instead of more downward. Other than that, the face is the same. So it's nice that we got a new facial expression, but it's not hugely different. So that's a little underwhelming as well, but it is a nice thought. Now going over the faces, or the one face that we have for Megumi. So we do have some nice decal on there. It's very clean. But again, wish we had more than just the one. For the hands, we do have a pair of the just open hands, and then the 3 hand signs, which these are a single piece that you attach to both hands at the same time.
Now to review the figure. So we don't have a lot in terms of paint and detailing. That really is the nature of the uniforms they wear. There's not a whole lot going on. We do have some detailing here with the buttons on the chest and on the collar there. Other than that, it's pretty just flat in terms of color tone. We do have a little bit of differentiation with the shoes, but pretty simple with the detailing there. We do have some nice detailing on the head. The hair is very spiky, very much captures his hairstyle and the character. It is a little sharp though, so I would recommend being careful when you're putting the head back on, not to press too hard because it does poke into you a little bit. Other than that, let's get into the articulation. So our head range can go about this far forward, which is pretty good. It can go quite far back, which is very nice. Side, a good range on either side. So very good articulation here with the head and the neck. For the shoulders, we do have butterfly joints, which is important because we do have those hand signs for summoning the Shikigami, where we do need to put the hands together, and we can do that without issue. So that is nice. In terms of the range of motion, we can get well over 90 on that upwards on the side. And then for 360 spin, it's a little tricky. Goes more out than up. So you can see you can get that same motion that you could get from the side, but you can't really get a straight vertical in terms of spinning upwards, but it does spin around the full 360. There is no bicep swivel, so any rotation that you want to do here is purely at the shoulder. We do have very good range with those double jointed elbows, and then a rotate and swivel here at the wrist. Now for the torso and chest articulation, so you can't really bend him forward at this upper torso joint, but he does bend backwards there. But yeah, you can't move him forwards. this lower piece of the uniform is a soft plastic. It is more pliable, so you can bend him at the waist a little bit, but he doesn't really hold because that plastic wants to push him back. And again, you can lean back at the waist a bit as well. In terms of twist, not much twist at this upper torso joint, but the waist, we do get a bit better range there on the side to side. For our legs, we can come up almost 90 degrees there. Good range forward, not so far back, about that far back. Can kick our butt though with those double jointed knees. We do have a thigh swivel there. Pretty good kick up, not too far back. It's catching on the back of the shoe there. We do have good range of rotation there. And some toe crunch. And I will say that this is like the right amount of give in the toe crunch. It's not too tight, not too loose. It's very nice there. Overall, the articulation I would say is fairly good. There's some areas where I would like some improvement, particularly in the torso with the ab crunch, and also having some bicep swivel would be nice. But again, overall, the articulation is pretty good there. And for our height, Megumi does stand just over 6 inches, about 6 1/4 to the top of his hair. And for our height comparisons, here we have Megumi next to the SH Figuarts Gojo Satoru and Yuji Itadori, also from the Jujutsu Kaisen line. And I will say that Megumi does scale pretty well with the other figures released in this line so far. And here we have him next to the SH Figuarts Goku from Dragon Ball Z and the SH Figuarts Kazuma First Form from S Cryad. And here we have him next to the Dasen Genos from One Punch Man and the SH Figuarts Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. And here we have him next to the Figma made Levi from Attack on Titan and the Black Series Deluxe Edition Boba Fett from Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Overall, Megumi is a good-looking figure with some definite shortcomings. Starting with the lack of accessories, not having any Shikigami included with this figure, particularly the Divine Dogs, is a real disappointment. And I can understand wanting to keep costs down for a wider release, but they could have included those in a deluxe edition, or because this is Tamashii Nations and they have the premium Bandai website, they could have done them on their made-to-order, which would have reduced their cost and their risk. Additionally, there are some challenges with the articulation. No ab crunch, but more so the lack of bicep swivel, which does make it challenging to pose the arms using the hand signs, where you need to bring the hands together and really get that positioning right. All in all, if you're collecting the Jujutsu Kaisen line, you're going to want to add Megumi to the line to complete the team, but I really hope Tamashii takes notes of the shortcomings and issues and works to address them going forward.